But welcome everybody here to the Simplified CEO Systems, the studio's launch into Leadership Summit. We're so glad to have you here today. And this just isn't another virtual event. It's a 3-day invitation to stop running on fumes and start leading with clarity, confidence, and flow. So get ready to simplify your systems, elevate your leadership, and reignite your passion because burnout and brilliance, burnout is out and brilliance is in. So let's rise, simplify, and lead together. So welcome everybody here. And I want to introduce the lovely Coleen Stubbs, who is hosting this event today. An amazing being. Let me tell you a little bit about her because she's very worthy of getting her bio read. She's got a lot going on here, and she really brings it. And Coleen Stubbs is the founder of Simplified CEO Systems, a strategic platform designed to help women entrepreneurs build sustainable online businesses with clarity, confidence, and calm. Wow, bringing it all together. With over 35 years of experience in business development and operations, Colleen specializes in simplifying the technical side of growth so clients can focus on delivering their expertise, not learning complicated systems, right? Nobody wants to do that. That's not fun. Simplified CEO Systems provides a complete back end solution, including a customized branded website, lead generation funnel, email nurture sequence, and client workflows all in one streamlined platform. That's it. She's bringing it all. Combined with live weekly training and personalized support, it creates a solid business foundation. And Colleen here, she's absolutely passionate. If you haven't met her, just wait to hear her speak. She's an amazing woman, helping women lead with purpose, confident and make confident decisions and implement systems that support both business success and quality of life, where strategy meets simplicity and balance is your new business plan. Well, here we go, Colleen. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
All right, welcome everybody. I'm going to start with a little story, so get ready. One last car pulled into the shop parking lot, and my eyes shifted to the clock hanging above the door. 5:53. My heart sank. An all too familiar knot was forming in my stomach. There was no way possible that I was going to make it on time. Gripped with anxiety, I felt frozen in place. A smile plastered on my face as I led my customers through the store, but inside, I was breaking. My phone buzzed. My daughter's voice on the other end. Mom, are you coming or should I just take the bus? My chest tightened. We had planned on riding to the game together, laughing, singing, connecting. Sweetie, I said, just take the bus and I'll see you at the game. Her quiet "oh" was simple, but sharp, and it cut like a knife. In that moment, that very moment, I felt not only my daughter's disappointment, but my own disappointment in myself. And in a blink, my business lost all value to me. One more disappointment, one more 80-hour week. But this wasn't my first rodeo. I'd spent 28 years building six successful businesses from concept to profit. And yet this one was sucking the life right out of me. Stealing my family dinners, I was missing important milestones, and I was sacrificing my sense of peace to the point that even when I was with my family, I couldn't truly be present. My dream had been to build a business, to build relationships within my community, and to show up as the best version of myself. But my weekends disappeared into payroll spreadsheets, placing orders, and tracking inventory. Hours I longed to spend laughing with my kids were now eaten up by bookkeeping, vendor calls, and late night lists that never seemed to end. The housekeeping of my business demanded more of me than the parts of my business that I actually loved. Welcoming customers, connecting with other business owners, and growing a vision that actually mattered. Carefree weekends with my family, nights with my friends, all that vanished into the daily hustle and grind of building my business. The cycle was more than exhaustion. It was the crushing fear that I would spend the best years of my kids' lives buried in a business that wasn't even my dream anymore. I judged myself harshly, torn between the woman I wanted to be and the weight of everything on my shoulders, drowning in the constant fear of what ifs. What if success would always feel like disappointment? What if the hustle and grind never ended? What if the cycle continues even with my grandkids? The for sale sign went up the next day. I knew if I wanted something different, I had to do something different. I didn't know what that would be, but I did know that I had the power to rewrite the rules. And I knew with every fiber of my being that I was done. I was done allowing the love of my business to dictate the relationships that meant the most to me. There would be no more 80-hour weeks, no more missed family dinners, no more lost car ride conversations with my teenagers. If I was going to be a business owner, I was going to find a way to build a business in less than 30 hours a week and in a way that honored the values and the relationships that mean the most to me. Now, walking away from a business I'd poured my heart into wasn't the fix. It was just the beginning of an uncertain search. The for sale sign went up fast, but the answers were slow. Every day I second guessed myself. Had I made a huge mistake? Could I really build something without burnout? Building business number 7, I knew I had to find a way to systemize and automate as much as possible to avoid the burnout spiral. I invested months into trial and error, researching systems I didn't even understand, thousands of dollars into programs and tools that promised to bring balance but left me frustrated. It stretched me in ways I didn't know were possible. Learning technology I once avoided, asking for help when I had always prided myself on doing it alone, and setting boundaries that felt selfish at first. Some days, it felt like I was rebuilding from scratch with nothing but grit. Other days, though, the smallest win, like carving out time for dinner with my family or finally seeing a system run without me, reminded me of exactly why I was doing it. It was not a straight line, but it was a season that forced me to simplify, to value my time as much as my ambition, and to believe that a business built with boundaries could actually thrive. Now, the biggest shift came when I realized that working less is actually very strategic. I had I had to start valuing my time as much as I valued the success of my business. The belief that I could handle things was actually the bottleneck keeping me trapped. I learned that believing if you want it done right, do it yourself was actually the trap that was keeping me from the life that I wanted. Learning to delegate and automate wasn't giving up control, it was gaining freedom. I didn't have to accept that this is just what it takes to be a business owner. I realized that I had the power to rewrite my roles. A business built with intention, delegation, and smart systems doesn't just survive, it thrives. And the hard truth I learned is this: success without boundaries isn't success at all. It's just a different kind of failure. Building a thriving business means nothing if you're losing the relationships and the moments that matter the most. You cannot get those years back. But here's the beautiful truth. When I discovered how to simplify through automation, delegation, and intentional time blocking, everything changed. I learned how to build a customer relationship management system, a CRM, that works smoothly for me, not against me. I learned to use delegation and automation as growth tools to improve consistency, cultivate opportunities, and enhance my customers' experiences. So today, I help midlife entrepreneurs avoid overwhelm in building their business by providing a fully customized and branded customer relationship management system so they can build a business they're madly passionate about without the burnout spiral. Because here's the truth: with customized systems supporting you like a superhero, as a business owner, that means that you can now finally step into the spotlight without stress and without second guessing. I built my business, Simplified CEO Systems, to give freedom to other entrepreneurs just like you, freedom to show up and shine as their best self in their business. Because when you show up as your best self, opportunities for growth show up for you naturally. Having a smooth running business creates the perfect environment for success. My core values guide everything I do. I spend my time purposefully. I'm able to honor relationships while building my business. I create freedom through systems and delegation. I learned that doing everything yourself actually creates a spiral of overwhelm. Using automation and delegation isn't about giving up control. It's about gaining freedom and enabling growth without micromanagement. That's why I help business owners build systems that free them from drowning in their business so that they can finally build the life they actually want. So if you're a midlife entrepreneur who's built something meaningful, but it feels like it's costing you everything that matters, your family time, your peace of mind, your presence in those moments that you can never get back, I want you to know this. It doesn't have to be this way. You do not have to choose between business success and the life you actually want to live. You can become the confident, visible leader that your brand needs. You can have a strong back office that supports a strong front end presence. In midlife, it's the perfect time to rise, not retreat. And when the back end of your business runs smoothly, you're free to show up fully, to speak boldly, and to connect deeply with your audience. With the right CRM, your experience, your wisdom, and your voice, those become your greatest business assets. They're no longer liabilities. Because showing up in your business happy and stress free, confident that your system is running smoothly, provides the time freedom to be the face and the voice of your business. It fosters relationship nurturing with prospects and with clients. It alleviates headaches and teaches in a relaxed setting. This is what's possible. And if you're ready to rewrite your own rules, I'd love to show you how. That is exactly why I've invited you here today. Why I've invited you into this room full of entrepreneurs that are steadfast in their business, that are leaders in their industry, and that are real people that you can communicate with on a real level, that are willing to take your hand and show you all of the steps. Think of it like this. If you walk into a cave and know you have to get to the end to get success, and all you have is your candle to go by, and in your candle, you have your experience, you have your wisdom, you have all your hopes and dreams, your inspiration, all of it right there. But the flame is just one size. And you begin walking in, and you go one side and you look to see what's on that side, and you go to the other side to see what's on the other, because from the center, you can't see. That's a lonely, dark way of solopreneurship. But imagine this, you start at the beginning and you have with you somebody who maybe manages Google business profiles and they're holding their candle. Somebody on the other side that helps people write books, they're holding their candle. Beside that, you have somebody who specializes in networking, they're holding their candle. You have a business strategist next to you holding their candle, and suddenly you have 13 flames lighting the way. And no longer is it dark, but you can definitely see the end of the cave and you know exactly where you're going because you can use everybody else's light to shine your path. And that's why I've invited you here today to introduce you to the 12 people whose lights shine the brightest in their industry. These are my power partners that I've invited into my life and into my business. And I mean it when I say my life. I talk to them on the phone, I text them. They're easily, readily available to me, both for personal reasons and to help me with my business. And when you're building a business, you need to do it with the right connections, people who can see your end goal, share your vision, and are strategically cheering you on. These are the people that I'm bringing to you, that I want to introduce you to, that will empower your business to go to the next step. And you can trust them and have confidence in them because these are the same people that have helped me build my business.